Hey y'all, welcome back to the garage. Today we're going to try out the TIG portion of this little welder that we got from Renegade's Garage. We're still running on 110, but I did go pick some consumables up. I got the electrodes, the tungsten. I got some filler rod. I grabbed some sheet steel here, and I actually bought the TIG torch and a new pair of gloves, and I got an argon tank and regulator. So we're going to get the camera set up and see if I can even do this. So I've never TIG welded before in my life. This is a lift arc TIG. We'll kind of explain that a little more as we go along, but let's give her a whirl. Hey y'all, before we get into the video today, I just want to say that this is not a how-to video. This is not a training video. It's not a teaching video. It is a video of me documenting me learning how to TIG weld, teaching myself how to TIG weld with the help of a couple of friends online, watching videos and stuff like that. I am not a professional welder. I'm not a professional teacher. So just getting that out of the way, and I just want to document, all what I go through and the mistakes I make, and what it basically takes to become a TIG welder. So at home TIG welder, not professional. Just something I can burn some steel together. So appreciate y'all, and let's get into the video. All right, y'all. We're not going to do any filler rod right this second. We're just going to try to see if we can actually strike an arc and sustain an arc. I've got my helmet on, my brand new gloves, got the machine set up for lift TIG, got it set at 50 amps, got my tungsten there. Hopefully that's about the right stick out, and hopefully it's ground right, but so let's see if we can even strike an arc. I won't even strike, so let's crank this sucker up to like let's go 90 amps. Oh, gotta turn our gas on too. Got the gas on. Alright, well, can't even strike an arc, so see what I'm doing wrong here. Yeah. So I'm just messing with some settings here, y'all. So let me move this ground. Maybe I'm not getting a good enough ground. Alright, give her a whirl again. Oh, hey, she lit up. Hey, I'm gonna turn the amperage up here a little bit more. Let's go to 110 amps. See if we can do anything with that. Whew. I burnt through that, but I got a nice little bead going. Let's crank her down here to 75 amps and see if we can do the same thing. That actually don't look half bad, y'all. I mean, I've got some pitting in it, but try to get a little more comfortable with this torch here. So, all right, let's try some filler wire now. I don't drop it on the ground again. So, turn my gas on. Start an arc. Alright, y'all. Let me get the camera here. See if we can't get you guys in there. That's not bad for not being in a real comfortable position. But I mean, I do have some porosity there. Probably need to turn the amperage up a little bit. Looks a little dirty out here, but that might be because of my gas. So yeah, I'm going to turn the gas pressure up just a little bit and turn the amperage up just a hair and see if we can't do this again. So we'll bring you guys right back and once I get this all adjusted. Alright, y'all, I'm going to turn this thing up to, we're going to try 90 amps. I'll turn my gas up just a little bit. So let's get the gas turned on here. And let's see if I can arc and run a bead. I'm not rolling fast enough, and I actually got my tungsten into my puddle. So yeah, 90 amps is a little bit high. I know this is not proper. I should resharpen my tungsten, but you know, I want to play, so let's try her again. yeah, that arc is all over the place with that tungsten being dull. But yeah, I like it. I think I'm gonna do. I think it'll be all right, especially once I get a comfortable working height and all that. Get all the adjustments set up. Yes, it would be a lot easier with a pedal, you know, style, high frequency start. But you know, I don't think that's half bad. I mean, first time I ever tried TIG welding in my life. I think it looks actually pretty decent. You know, especially once I get the what do you call it, the technique and stuff down. I'll probably look into a tungsten sharpener. I just did it on my grinder with a drill, like I've seen guys on the internet doing it. I don't know if I got the right angle on it, you know, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, we're just gonna go with it, and hopefully once we get 220 it'll even be even better. So all right, I'm gonna practice a little more here off camera, and we'll show you guys some more when I get done practicing. All right, y'all, that's gonna do it for the video for today. I know I made a lot of mistakes. Let's I mean, I've showed, I'm re-videoing my outro after I talked to some friends and showed them some of the video that I shot of what I was doing. And so let's go through what they told me that basically I was doing wrong. Start, the steel I was using. Even though I did grind it, I didn't clean it. It's old steel, so it's dirty. That's the first strike. Second strike, my tungsten. I didn't have a guide, didn't know what angle to, you know, I just kind of freehand it, sharpening it. I used the same grinding wheel that I used on my to clean my steel. So right off the bat, I contaminated my tungsten. So that's strike 2. Next thing, when I was running the beads, I was pulling the weld instead of pushing, which means I was like started my bead here and I was kind of pulling it along instead of pushing it along with my finished bead behind my torch. That's another strike. That's another reason why I wasn't getting really good results. Excuse me. Third thing, didn't have my argon set high enough flow. I had it at like almost 10. I should be at like 15 or more, 15 to 20. And the fan from the welder, I didn't notice it until I watched the footage. You'll see in the one clip that the smoke was trailing away. That was the fan from the welder blowing across my welding, pushing my gas away. And without having enough flow, I basically didn't have any shielding gas. So, yeah, I think that's all. And my tungsten, or my filler rod that I was using, way too thick for what I was trying to do. But also, when I was trying to pull the weld along, I was on the wrong side, kept sticking my filler rod to the material because I wasn't putting it in the right spot. So that I wasn't in a comfortable position to weld. I was just, I was standing here, just trying to weld. I was basically trying to MIG weld with the TIG welder. So that you can't do that. So yeah, lots of things that I did wrong. Basically everything. So I did buy a tungsten sharpener, a little tool, has a diamond wheel in it that is dedicated to doing the tungsten. That way you don't get contamination on it. So here in the next few days, I'll be hacking up some tungsten, and the one friend of mine suggested that I take my full length tungsten and could either cut it in half or thirds. Probably do it in half. Do like 6 pieces of it. That way, when I ball it up on the end and basically ruin it, I don't have to resharpen it right away. I can drop it out, throw another one in, and get right back to practicing the welding while I'm still, still in the groove, I guess. So, but yeah, basically anything that I could have done wrong in this video, teaching myself myself how to TIG weld, I did wrong. So hopefully in the next video, or few videos the next video I do on TIG welding, I'll have better results. So that's it. If you made it this far in the video, please hit the thumbs up. Leave me a comment down in the comments down there below if you caught everything I was doing wrong. Let me know. I mean, I know, but tell me you caught it. So if you got any suggestions, give me some suggestions, because I'm not a real book learner, book or video. I mean, I'll watch the videos, and apparently I didn't watch enough videos, but I retain more of how to do stuff from doing it. And I'm kind of assuming a lot of you are probably the same way if you're watching my channel. So learn from my mistakes, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be that hard once I get technique and stuff down. So anyways, I'm rambling. Thank you all for watching. Please, new to the channel, hit the thumbs up, or ring the bell. That way you get all the notifications, everything we do here, whether it's learning to TIG weld, working on the pulling tractors, going pulling. I even do some cooking, So, ring the bell, get all the notifications, all that stuff. Hit the thumbs up, leave me a comment, and we'll catch you guys next week, and have a great one. Catch you then.